What's going on, everybody?
Hello world.
So we just went to an estate sale. It was pretty crazy. There were 3 floors plus a basement in a super tiny old house. There were at least 100 people inside this place, and we just got done digging around, found a bunch of cool stuff. We'll roll the clip and show you what we found.
Hi.
Morning.
Morning.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into this house. This is a really cool one. It's like in an old historic neighborhood. This house is pretty cool. 3 stories tall, plus a basement. So here we go. Lina and I decided to go ahead and split up. We do have kind of a game plan going on here as we enter into this building. So yeah, first room, I turned the corner, and luckily I'm the first one on these video games. No like heavy hitters or anything, nothing that's gonna bring a bunch of money, but they were reasonably priced. Most of these were $2 with the exception of a few of them. So I quickly just grab a handful of them and throw them in the bag before anybody else jumps on them, and I'm out of there. Up the steps. So I knew from the photos that there were a few things I wanted, so I'm quickly trying to get over and grab these things as quickly as possible. So here we have a really cool Lord of the Rings troll action figure. Grab that, throw it in the bag. There is all sorts of stuff all over, as you can see. I could have looked through this stuff forever, but I did have a game plan, so grab this Nikon box here. Felt like it might have been empty, but threw it in the bag and just decided I'd take a look later. So yeah, all sorts of toys and games and stuff. I'd already comped a lot of this stuff out from the photos ahead of time, so I knew that I didn't want to grab a bunch of this stuff. But here we have a Pentax 35mm camera, a vintage one, so grabbed that one, threw it in the bag. There were some lenses as well. None of them appeared to have much value, so I left them behind. Peeked into the closet there, but there were a few other things downstairs that I wanted to grab, so ran back down the steps. Here we have a couple vintage snapback hats. If you've watched my previous videos, you know I love snapbacks, so grabbed a couple of those. Here's another snapback here. It's like an Abraham Lincoln, Illinois vintage snapback here, so grab that. They typically charge like $2. Pleasantly surprised with how crowded it is in here, how well behaved and respectful everyone's acting. Until that dude just absolutely blasts a massive burp directly in my face. Thanks a lot, dude. Really appreciate it. Into the next room here, we did have some old Apple computer products. Definitely not my specialty, so I left it behind. Down into the creepy basement we go. I knew from the photos that there were going to be a few things down here that I was hoping to get my hands on. First of which is this baseball bat right here. It's an Easton Connection. It is a -3 or drop 3 bat, which means it's like a high school or college bat. I knew I wanted to grab that one. It was only $4. So of course here I see another big pile of vintage snapback hats. It is pretty dark in here, so I grabbed a couple of them. And then here we go. This is something I knew I really wanted. It is a New Orleans Saints football helmet. The brand is Rydell, and it is like a full-size replica. A little dirty, but for only $2, you know I'm gonna be grabbing that one. Which leads me down here to this big pile of old baseball gloves. Most of them looked pretty beat up, but I did grab one that was like a nice cherry color. It looked to be in pretty good shape, so I figured I would kind of take the gamble. I'd look it up later. I ended up buying it though. It was only $2 there. As you can see, there is just stuff absolutely everywhere in this basement. There are boxes on boxes. Definitely a challenge digging through everything. There's some stuffed bears there. Up in the corner, of course, we've got that little Barney plush. You know I had to grab that guy for $2. I was raised on Barney, so we're grabbing that guy. Into the closet, not much in the way of clothes. There was like that Bob Marley shirt, but they were asking $10 for it. And then last but not least, here I am looking through all of our finds, making sure that the games are in there, just kind of giving everything a once over. If you're going to be buying vintage hats, make sure you check the bills to make sure they're not brittle, as well as the plastic snaps on the back. Those things can become brittle and crack over time. All right, here I am paying the lady. Paid $103 total. So counting out the cash, and out we go. All right, y'all, so we are back home. We'll go ahead and show you everything we picked up at the estate sale. So keep in mind, when you're out there picking, like there were like 80 to 100 people in this little house. Everyone's just like rifling through stuff. So you kind of just grab stuff on instinct and hope that it ends up panning out for you. Sometimes you win, sometimes you might overpay for stuff, but here's kind of what we got. So starting off here, we'll go in the front row. I got this 1960s. This is a local high school. It's the Dublin Shamrocks. But yeah, this is pretty cool. It's like a 1960s sweater. It does have stains and stuff on it, but with something this old, it really doesn't devalue it all that much. So 1960s Shamrock sweater, really cool. Got some video games, paid a couple bucks each for these. Star Wars Battlefront 2, PS2. Fight Night Round 3. We got Uncharted 2, Rock Band, and Rock Band 2 for the PlayStation 3. So probably not like massive money on these, but video games are video games. They always sell. Picked this up for $2. Again, probably not a ton of money, but it'll definitely sell. Some of the original Barney plushes, like the Dackins, they can go for like hundreds of dollars, the original Barneys. I don't think this guy's like too crazy. It is from the year 1992, so
look at his shirt. It says, "I love you."
Exactly. And I did grow up watching Barney as a kid, so pretty sweet. Not gonna leave Barney in that old basement. Okay, so now for some old hats. Of course, I will clean these up before I sell them, but here's a nice Warner Brothers strap back. Really cool. This is just like a Winston cigarettes hat. The wrap, only Winston has it. This one was cool. It's got Abraham Lincoln with the state of Illinois embroidered on the front and on the back. It says Illinois. It's definitely old, looks cool. Kmart, kids race against drugs. It's just like interesting subject matter. And then this one, of course, is the Cleveland Indians snapback. So of course, the Indians are no longer. They have changed their name to the Guardians. So anything with Chief Wahoo on it has some value. So I'll clean this up, get it looking pretty decent, and it'll sell. With this camera here, I did kind of make a little bit of a mistake. When you're in the heat of the moment and picking through stuff, you're trying to be as fast as you can, and I didn't really realize that there were a bunch of lenses that came with this camera as well. So I paid $40 for this. It's a Pentax K1000, which is a valuable camera by itself. It does come with this one lens here, but there were a couple like off-brand lenses. I did pick them up and check them out. So they weren't like high-end lenses or anything. They were just like those older like off-brand Japanese lenses that came with it. So 40 bucks, this will still go for good money. I'll flash a comp up on the screen for this camera. So this bat here, this is an Easton Connection SC777. This is a drop 3, so this is like a high school bat, and they go for great money as well. So we'll put a comp up on the screen for this guy. Baseball season is just around the corner, so I think this should be selling pretty quick. They had a whole bunch of old baseball gloves. I didn't bother with any of the like really beat up ones, but this one kind of caught my eye. I paid, I think, $2 for this, maybe $4, but it's like an old infielder's glove. It's Nesco TS14CR. I just kind of went off instinct with this one. It looked like a high quality glove, so I picked it up. We got this for our house. It's like a nice little necklace stand.
It's for our mugs in the kitchen.
Oh, so we got this for our mugs in our kitchen. $2, pretty cool. This just look neat. It's like an old Ohio State hat made to look like the old leather football helmets.
Is that what they used to have?
Yeah, this is what they used to wear, like originally.
Oh, no
when
way.
When football first started, they used to wear stuff that looked like this, just like the leather helmets.
Sheesh.
Okay, so this is a cool find. This is a full-size Rydell New Orleans Saints football helmet. It's got like all the padding and stuff in the inside. So this is like a replica, not meant to be worn on the field or anything, obviously. But people like these for their homes, for their man caves and stuff like that. So really cool. Yeah, and they can go for some decent money. I paid $2 for this too, which is, I think, is a steal. And then last but not least, may have paid up for this guy a little bit. I think there are some comps showing this guy selling for like in this $50 to $70 range, but he has like all of his accessories and stuff. He's just by himself. I paid $15 for him, but it's pretty cool. I'm not just gonna leave him behind. And that's that. So we paid a total of $103. The camera should take care of that. The bat's gonna be worth money. The helmet's gonna be worth good money. So I'm happy with the haul. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of product photography right now. I got this really cool, like really high quality leather bag at the Goodwill bins a while back, and I'm trying to like stage it. Don't mind this stuff here, but trying to like stage it to make it look nice to sell. And I just got a package delivered in the mail. I just want to show you guys because this is pretty sweet. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So I got this for an absolute steal. I paid $34 for this shirt, and it is a 1987 U2 Joshua Tree tour t-shirt. It's got all the tour dates on the back there. It's got the really cool like metallic paint Joshua Tree on the back. It's very minimal like flaws or anything. It's pretty much incredible for 34 bucks. These shirts go for like around 80 to 100. Okay, so here's a view of the shirt with a little bit better lighting, I think, hopefully. But yeah, U2 1987 Joshua Tree. Pretty sick. 1987 dated right here. Like super thin. But you can tell it wasn't really worn all that much. Here we go. Can we see the tag? Screen stars. And then the back. Here's the back. 1987 Joshua Tree. Got like the metallic paint, a little bit of fading right here, and all of the tour dates. Pretty sick. Okay, so I've sold a bunch of these cycling jerseys over the years. This is a specialized one. I've got a second one here. This one's a full zip, which is pretty cool. They're nicely priced at $3.99 each. I don't know if I should pick these up or not. I hate the way that they tag. They put a tag through the entire shirt. These leave a hole that don't go away, which is super annoying. Check this out, the Crest toothpaste. Big prints all over. It's actually Cannondale team issue for $3.99. Got the pouches on the back, slightly yellowed, but I mean, this thing is sweet. So for $3.99, I'm gonna pick it up. This guy here would probably be worth it at $3.99, except for it's got some rattling going on inside of it. And the battery compartment is corroded. Okay, so I got a couple pairs of Nike soccer cleats here. These appear to be kind of like new old stock. They do have some like shelf wear and stuff, but I'm just gonna throw them in the cart and look them up here shortly. I do know that some Nike soccer cleats can have some value. These are Nike Mercurials. I believe they're women's, so we're gonna grab these and we'll look them up here shortly. The pants section's going pretty crazy today. I got this pair of Rule cargo pants. They're only $4. Never found this brand before, but I know that they can be pretty pricey. Okay, so these next pairs of pants are going to be $10.99 each, which is a little steep, but I've got not one, not two, but 3 pairs of Prana pants. I've been selling a lot of these lately for like $35 or so. So I'm gonna pick up these 3. One of the pairs is actually brand new with tags, as you can see. So $10.99 and $35. Not like the craziest profit, but there's definitely money to be made, and I've been selling these super quick lately, so I'm gonna pick up these 3 pairs. And then for $4.99, we've got a nice pair of these Montbell hiking pants. There's the tag right there. They're comparable to Prana, maybe not quite as expensive, but they're pretty good. So we're gonna grab them for $5. Okay, so I just looked the soccer cleats up. These don't look like they go for very much, maybe around $25 or so. They're asking $7, so I don't know, we'll see. But these ones here, these seem to be a little bit better quality. They're actually made in Italy, and these seem to be going for around $100 or more potentially. They actually are new, but they've got like some shelf wear, so I'll probably list them as pre-owned. But yeah, we're gonna grab these. Okay, so I'm at the Goodwill bins. It's super loud in here, and I've been here for maybe like 4 hours or so, and here's my cart so far. Honestly, it's looking like it's gonna possibly be my biggest haul that I've ever had here, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the Goodwill bins haul, I'm not gonna show you everything, but I did get 74 pounds worth of stuff, mostly clothes. So yeah, it was one of my most successful hauls. I spent like 4 hours there, got a lot of good stuff, but I'm just gonna show you like 4 or 5 of my favorite things. Some of them are gonna have some pretty good value to them as well. So first of all, we've got a pair of Carhartt double knee pants. I've talked about these in previous videos, but this is actually only my second time ever finding Carhartt double knees at the thrift store. So these things are pretty beat up, as you can see. There's like lots of staining and stuff, but I'm telling you, if you find these at like a yard sale or a thrift store, no matter how beat up they are, unless they have like absolute massive holes like in the crotch, pick them up because they're gonna sell. They're super trendy right now, and with these pants, like the more distressed and beat up they are, honestly the better as far as value goes. So these ones are kind of cool. They have like the nylon brush guard. These are made for like walking through briars when you're hunting and stuff. So I got these at the bins, pretty awesome. So I probably paid like less than $3 for them because you pay by the weight. They'll probably end up selling for around like $70. Okay, so next up, I got this Outback Trading Company. I think they're called like a duster jacket. It's got like these big flaps over the sleeves here. These are made for like horseback riding and ranching and stuff, but these are really nice. I think they go retail on their website currently for over 200 bucks, like $230. Got this one, it's in really good shape. It's got like a packable folding hood. It's made out of waxed canvas. So this is like cotton that's been treated with a waxy material so they can withstand being out in the rain and the snowy element and things like that. So very high quality jacket. Should resell for around 70, 80 bucks or so. So another jacket here. You know I love picking up like military style outerwear. This one specifically has a Martin & Company embroidery on the pocket there, as well as on the sleeve. It says 1833, which is the year that the Martin Company, which is a guitar and music company, was founded. I think this was like an exclusive release by Martin. They came out with these really nice military jackets. I've only found one of these online. It sold on Poshmark a while back for $30, which I think was an absolute steal for whoever got it. I think I'll be able to sell this thing for around $70 plus, maybe up to 100, who knows, maybe even more. And last but not least, I got this really cool vintage t-shirt. Of course, the fading on it is absolutely amazing. It's single stitch on the sleeves and on the bottom hem. It's on a Hanes Beefy tag here. So this shirt here, this is an Alembic Guitars t-shirt. So this is like a very high-end handcrafted guitar brand. They make guitars and bass guitars. And this brand has some really cool histories. They were founded in the late 1960s, basically with the sole intention of helping the Grateful Dead improve their sound. So a lot of the iconic guitars that were played by Jerry Garcia and Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead were actually Alembic guitars. So that really famous guitar that Jerry was always seen playing that had the wolf on it, that was an Alembic guitar. So pretty awesome history. These are super rare t-shirts. I haven't been able to find this exact t-shirt anywhere on the internet. I've seen like a red version that had double stitch sleeves, and I've seen a couple other like variations, but this black one here, single stitch, I wasn't able to find another one on the internet. So pretty rare. I'm gonna list this one for like $150 plus shipping with best offer turned on and just see what happens. Hopefully some like Grateful Dead enthusiasts will appreciate this t-shirt, or an Alembic guitar fan will appreciate this t-shirt and send me a good offer. And I think that's gonna do it for this video, y'all. So once again, we really appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.